Hello, everyone. I know I'm the last speaker, so I'm between the lunch. And so no worries, I have approximately around 250 slides, so you can take it easy. So clearly a joke, so let me check here next. Okay, so who has used Waze today to come here? I did. It helped me, I checked my mobile phone and it helped me to plan my day and when will I arrive. So the world is really going mobile. Apart from Waze, we are using day-to-day an application that just comes to our doorstep, either a car or a taxi, 24/7. Relationships start mobile. We are swiping left, right, we match, and then we become lifelong partners. So be careful, this is not just a game, this is a commitment. Traveling is not just about booking a hotel anymore. A hotel is just an option. It is about experience. Now I want to take for you 5 to 10 seconds to reflect and imagine. I know a lot of you are in the commercial real estate as professional, as owners. Just reflect 5 seconds and think like, how much of your tasks and information can you really access on your mobile phone? If you had a blank moment now, no worries, there's hope, because change happens very fast in today's world. And here I want to give you a quick anecdote. Around 25 years ago, when I was 10 years old, I visited the house of my godmother, and I saw this device in the corner, and there was this apple, which was very colorful and was like bitten off a little bit. And I just felt this is some unconventional geeky device. Maybe I was influenced by the personality of my godmother, which was kind of a geeky personality. But who would have thought 2007, the same company is called Apple today, and was basically entirely changing the world by launching the iPhone. And that really affected a lot what the consumer behavior eventually also came together. So what about real estate? Real estate, what are those things which are changing the real estate industry? I think globally, if you look at, it's really institutionalizing of real estate. There are a lot of institutions investing, reallocation of assets. If you look at Asia, super exciting story, the rise of family offices. So you see families which have built up portfolios, and the REITs. I think really exciting news, I read recently that Ayala is about to launch a REIT. What does that mean for the industry? It means that the industry is going more and more professional. So more reporting requirements, more access to information is needed. Real estate as a service. Before, landlords and the tenants would meet each other twice. One time when they signed the contract, and then 5 years later when they renewed it. This is complete changing now, because real estate becomes a service. So as a tenant, you expect from landlords that they have amenities in the buildings, that their tenant relationship manager is engaged with them, and there's an ongoing relationship building. Generation shift, really exciting, especially in this part of the world where you have an extreme young median age with a young workforce. So millennials are taking over the asset management positions, leasing positions. The next generation is taking over family offices. So these are all these are all mobile native citizens, and they are used to do things digitally on the mobile. Last but not least, the volume of new tech solutions. After fintech, the proptech boom has started. And proptech so attract a lot of entrepreneurs such as me. I left the corporate world to pursue my dream to digitalize certain areas of that industry. And of course, where entrepreneurs go, venture capital will follow. And I want to dig deeper a bit on that because that's kind of a new topic. So venture capital into PropTech last year was a staggering almost $10 billion deployed. And a really interesting case study comes from a company called Fifth Wall. It's a US-based venture capital firm, and they were the first firm which said, we are solely investing in real estate. We don't care about e-commerce or rate hailing. We are focusing on the real estate side. And their latest fund they just closed is almost $500 million. And now the interesting fact about it. Their investors are all the large real estate players, the owners of commercial real estate, owners of residential real estate. We are talking about Leonards, Blackstone, Brookfield. And so this is a really interesting approach because the real estate players, they do recognize that their core business is real estate. So they don't want to try to do tech. So they outsourcing the innovation and the tech, and of course in the hope that they also get some money back because it's a venture capital investment. And for a fact, Fifth Wall has already supported companies which already reached unicorn status. So this is a trend, of course, which started in the US. We are seeing it as it's trickling down now to Asia as well. JLL Spark is as a sister company of Jones Lang LaSalle, and they raised and closed a $100 million fund last year, also out of Silicon Valley. But what we understand is that around $20 million is deployed into India and Southeast Asia to help also to support technology innovation in this industry. So now, where can this money be deployed, and where is the entrepreneurship activities seen in the real estate industry? Of course, we have the shared economy. The most popular names are Airbnb, the WeWorks of this world, which are attracting a lot of investments and activity. Smart real estate, IoT of things. If you're a building owner, you want to make sure the air quality is well managed. You want to understand who is going in and out your properties. And then there's also the real estate fintech side, which is merged out of fintech. And of course, it helps like owners to maximize the value of properties. You're looking at automated valuation, which takes up to a month nowadays, but that can be with one click on a button. Okay, there is one missing, but I will cover that. The cloud, so if you look at now the CRE tech, the commercial real estate side, what is driving the innovation there? Of course, the cloud. The cloud brought us mobile 2.0, and so in commercial real estate, which is a B2B, a bit a slower moving industry, there's still a lot to achieve through anywhere, anytime access of information. Information, of course, you have heard it, it's the new oil, data is the new oil, you're only as good as your data, so it's really important to have your data structured. The third one is employee experience, of course. Employees nowadays, they want to feel productive, they want to have the right work tools, so it's really important that also in the commercial real estate industry that will be acknowledged and that your employees are getting equipped with the right means of collaboration and being productive. It doesn't mean you need to be in a physical office, you can be working from anywhere, but you need to be productive. The last one was emerging technologies. So there's that's still in a really early stage. New technologies such as blockchain. Blockchain eventually will enable the trade of buildings. So in a way faster means of way. And then, of course, there's a smart contract component as well. There's some countries which are already testing the execution of lease contract through a smart contract technology. So, in case you had some imagination, when we paused, I want to help you now to kind of underpin this now. So, we believe commercial real estate should be fully powered in your mobile phone and on the cloud and fully be digital. And how does that look like? Property owners are building office buildings to lease out space and to get the rental income in return. So we believe, therefore, property owners should have full capacity to push out vacant spaces to a marketplace in real time. And while they do so, they should also understand the metrics which are there. How long have the spaces been vacant? How much am I losing when spaces are vacant? So that's the future. And of course, embedded analytics. So traditionally, we're looking at the rent roll tenancy stacking plan, which is an Excel, but the future in the software is basically, when you look at the Excel, you can expand the Excel, and the Excel will give you great graphics and analytics about the state of your tenancy. And more so, it will give you also the opportunity to benchmark. So you can benchmark a tenant with your other tenants in the tower, you can benchmark a tenant with your other tenants in your portfolio, and then even more exciting, you can benchmark with the whole market, so you actually know how to price your property. Leasing reports, me and my team before, we spent X hours reactively doing leasing reports, running around when the board of some of our clients was calling. And so we believe leasing reports are actually like recurring information. Everything can be automated there. The only thing where the human interaction needs to happen is in that yellow box, and that's where you add your strategy based on the leasing reports. But the leasing reports itself, they should be just sent to you every week or every month in your mailbox. Lease renewals, another great story if you're a leasing professional, so it takes quite some time to prepare that. We believe that an AI-powered lease renewal will extremely be helpful. So what does that mean? You will get a notification. Tenant ABC is ready to renew in 9 months' time, so they are paying currently that much. You should renew them at a certain rate because given current market conditions. So this is all generated by a system, and you just need to go up there and convince them to renew. This is a really exciting kind of overview of the ideal CRE stack. It's not just that we came up in our dreams with that. We spent over the last 2 years with a lot of corporates, family office across Indonesia, Singapore, Philippines, Hong Kong, to really assess what is the true need. And what we understand the true need of the real estate industry is go away from just being internal, but also be connected to the market. And again, at the center is inventory management side, where you can communicate with the brokerage firms, where you can close and execute deals more efficiently. And once it's closed, it becomes an asset management data point, which then feeds in some of the existing systems, such as ERPs, finance systems, which are used for accounting purposes or valuation purposes. And then, of course, you have other areas of the property side, which are the IoTs, the property management, which will all be aggregated in a business intelligence tool, which can be used for strategizing. So with all those changes and this reimagined world of leasing and asset management, it's safe to make some predictions. Prediction number 1, structured data will become mission critical to real estate. Prediction number 2, analytics will move from backward to predictive and assisted. Your organization skill set will change. Last but not least, this is the easiest, there will be winners and losers, because we have seen change happens rapidly and hierarchies will change. Thanks for your time, and I think we are doing the panel discussion, so one of the questions will be like, do you have a digital strategy in place already? Thanks a lot.